Hello, friends. Shabbat Shalom. I hope that you are well on this Friday evening. It's so great to spend a little time with you on this Friday evening before Shabbat starts. Here in our sanctuary, it's really me and you online who are with us today as we help to inaugurate Shabbat here in our sanctuary with one another. So we are going to offer Shalom Aleichem. And just begin with Shalom Aleichem. Please join along if you would like. And if you're following in the prayer book, we're on page 142 in the Mishkan Tefillah. Again, page 142. Shalom Aleichem, Malachei Hasharet, Malachei Elyon, Mi Melech Malchei HaMelachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Boachem l'shalom, Malachei HaShalom, Malachei Elyon. Mi Melech Malchei HaMelachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Barchuni l'shalom, Malachei HaShalom, Malachei Elyon. Mi Melech Malchei HaMelachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Tzeitechem l'shalom, Malachei HaShalom, Malachei Elyon. Mi Melech Malchei HaMelachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. As I was preparing for this little encounter that we're having on this night before our Tu B'Shvat Seder in the social hall, it occurred to me to think about how important Shabbat is in our lives. Shabbat can help us by giving us strength within the community and making our community stronger. But it implies that we have to come here to this place, to community, with positive intentions. And that is something that's so important to begin. And therefore, at the beginning of Shabbat, we try to rid ourselves of some of the hurt and some of the negative feelings we might have had in the week gone by. Our job is really to help bring the sense of the sacred here. And by here, I don't necessarily mean only the sanctuary, but really I mean the world at large and really within our own hearts. And we start by offering prayers of sanctification because that helps us do a number of things. For example, we'll begin with candles at this time. The candles that we light here are physical manifestations of the hidden light that we have within and that really can help us tap into so many parts of ourselves. The candles and the light that we see before us help us brighten the darkness of the week that we experience. Some of us have had really good weeks and some of us have had really difficult weeks. So lighting candles helps to bring the darkness away and bring more joy to our lives. And finally, saying the bracha for lighting the candles is a reminder that God allows us to make light. God gives us the power to bring light into the world, and so it is that we offer gratitude at this time. And if you'd, or not, hold on. This would be bad. There we go. If you would like to turn to page 120 in the Sidur, in the Mishkan Tefillah, we're going to offer the bracha, thanking God for allowing us to have light at this very important moment of the week. And you're invited to join one another as we offer the bracha for lighting Shabbat candles. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotav, v'tzivanu להדליק נר, להדליק נר של Shabbat. Also, part of our act of sanctifying Shabbat is saying a prayer over the fruit of the vine. Now, fruit of the vine can be a number of different kinds of varieties of things. We use grape juice here at Temple Emmanuel. But wine, tomatoes, pumpkins, those things that grow on vines, they can provide us the sweetness of the fruit of the vine. The fruit of the vine is a symbol of joy, so we think, what have been the joys of our past week? What has brought us goodness? What has brought us pleasure? What has brought us laughter? And at the same time, when we remember those things, we do have to contrast them sometimes with the events that brought us hurt and disappointment and frustration in the week gone by. In a way, we have to find out what are the dregs of our week that we have to get rid of and really bring in new bouquet, new fruit, new ideas, and new freshness for the week ahead. The Kiddush for Erev Shabbat, and I'm going to offer the full Kiddush on this Erev Shabbat. So if you'd like to follow along, it's going to begin on page 122 and then go on to page 123 of the prayer book. Vayechulu hashamayim v'haaretz v'chol tzevam vayechal Elohim bayom hashvi'i melachto asher asa vayishbot bayom hashvi'i mikol melachto asher asa vayevarech Elohim et yom hashvi'i vayekadesh oto ki vo shavat mikol melachto asher bara Elohim la'asot savri chaverai baruch ata Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam borei peri hagafen baruch ata Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kirshanu b'mitzvotav v'ratzavanu v'shabbat kodsho be'ahava uvratzon hinchilanu zikaron lema'aseh v'reshit ki hu yom techila lemikra'ei kodesh zecher letziat mitzrayim Kivanu v'acharta ve'otanu kidashta mikol hamim v'shabbat kodeshecha be'ahava u'v'ratzon hinchaltanu baruch ata Adonai mekadesh HaShabbat L'chaim. And since on Shabbat we consider the needs of the community, let us think about those people who need our special prayers at this time. Right now we turn to page 371 in the prayer book, if you'd like to follow along, and we offer Misha Beirach, a prayer of healing. This is a prayer for people whom we know about and those whom we don't know about, but people who need an extra special hug at this time, because people who are being healed and people who are their relatives and friends think a great amount about the help that they need. By the way, these are the people whom we're thinking about at Temple Emmanuel this week. We're thinking about Ahava Bat Sarah, Ariel Ben Miriam, Liz Fairman, Michael Glass, John Goldman, David Hess, Jacob Adam Hess, Mary Hewlin, Donna Leibowitz, Emily Lotka, Mila Lotka, Robin Rosenblum, Lori Sellis, Barbara Tenenbaum, Catherine Wilson, Beverly Worthing, and Jean Yagobian. We are also thinking about all those who are subject to substance abuse, those who are subject to physical, psychological, or emotional violence, those who are subject to mental health problems, the innocents injured at a time of war, all wounded service personnel serving our country, and those whose illnesses and injuries are ones that we recognize even when others do not. For a moment, you who are with us, joining us online, please think of those who in your family circle or in your friendship circle are in need of prayers of healing and wholeness, and hold them in your heart. Summon them to your mind. And when we're done here, when you hear these words and this is over, let them know that we prayed on their behalf. We continue with Misha Berach, again, page 371. Misha Berach Avotenu Mekor HaBracha Leimotenu. May the source of strength, who blessed the ones before us, help us find the courage to make our lives a blessing, and let us say, Amen. Mishe Berach Imotenu Mekor HaBracha Lavotenu. Bless those in need of healing with refuah shlema, the renewal of body, the renewal of spirit, and let us say, Amen. And finally, the communal thoughts of memory that we have here as we remember those who passed away in recent days and those whose yahrzeits occur at this time. If you have a prayer book and would like to follow along, we're on page 598. We'll eventually go there. But first, let me offer the names of people whom we're thinking about tonight. We're thinking about Toby Taylor, Larry Brown, and Sally Ann Rosenblum, all of blessed memory, who passed away in the last 30 days. And these are the yahrzeiten that we are remembering at this time. We think about Bella Aaron, Ruth Berg, Joseph Blagan, Zero Castillejo, Maurice Fass, Abraham Green, Shirley Katz, Anna Kirchner, Harry Kirchner, Bob Koch, William Kreuser, Teresa Link, Jerome Barnett Markowitz, Harold Mitnick, Samuel P. Moyse, Hyman H. Obstein, Mac Offenberg, Ann Ostro, Kathy Polombaro, Edward I. Pinkwasser, Barbara Rasnick, Henry Conrad Schneider, Edith Irma Siegel, Jean Leah Sparber, Ralph Turitz, Devira Ruth Waxler, Lynn Welcher, Stuart Worthing, and Norman Zatz. And in your mind, if you are remembering and thinking about someone who also is part of your family and friendship circle, someone who has gone from this world but still resides in your heart, please do so. You might even want to mention their name aloud, because saying them summons them to you, and those are important presences for us at all times. On page 598 is the Mourner's Kaddish, and we want to invite you to join along with one another. Again, page 598. Yitgadal v'yitkadash shemei Rabbah, be'alma divra chirutei v'yamlich malchutei, b'chayechon uv'yomechon uv'chayei dechol beit Yisrael, ba'agala uv'izman kariv v'imru amen, yehei shemei Rabbah mevarach le'alam u'l'almei almaya. Yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitromam v'yitnaseh, v'yithadar v'yitaleh v'yithalal, shmei dekudsha brichu. Le'ela min kol birchata v'shirata, tushbechata v'nechemata, da'amiran be'alma v'imru amen. Yehei shlama rabba min shmaya, v'chayim aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael ve'imru amen. Oseh shalom bimromav, hu ya'aseh shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael ve'al kol yoshvei tevel ve'imru amen. Our time together is almost up, and I'm so glad you were able to join us here on this festive night when we're observing Shabbat, and in a little while, too, in our sanctuary on this night particularly, we'll also be observing Tu B'Shvat. So glad to have you with us. Let me end with Ki Eshmera Shabbat, the words of which you can find on page 129, and then we'll end with Motzi, so that we've said Motzi together and dinner can begin for us all. Again, 129 for Ki Eshmera Shabbat. Ki Eshmera Shabbat El Yishmereni, Ki Eshmera Shabbat El Yishmereni, Oti Leol Me'ad Beino Uveini, Oti Leol Me'ad Beino Uveini. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, hamotzi lechem min haaretz b'te'avon. Shabbat Shalom, and thank you so much for joining us. Have a wonderful Shabbat. Nice challah, as always.